Hello, welcome back to HunterTuned. Today we are out at the shop and we're gonna have to plow a little bit because it snowed last night and a couple days ago it snowed as well. So there's quite a bit of snow out here in front of the shop, and I'm gonna test out my new plow truck. This is the S10 Baja edition truck that I had bought, and it came with a Meyer snowplow. So we recently got the snowplow attached onto the truck and got it working. So I had to replace the solenoid for like the controls and stuff on this thing. It's kind of like a starter solenoid. I replaced that and we got it working. Changed the fluid out, rinsed it out a few times with new fluid and hooked it all back up, and now it is working. So the plow truck is awesome. The only thing is it keeps frickin' leaking out of the dipstick seal on the transmission. So I replaced it with a brand new dipstick tube seal and did not help. The transmission is a smidge over full, but not terrible. But it is literally just coming right out of that frickin' dipstick tube seal. It doesn't when it's running, but now that I let it sit overnight after I drove it last night, I came in this morning and there is frickin' transmission fluid coming out of the damn dipstick seal. So I don't know what the hell is the deal with that. I can't seem to get it to seal up, but anyways, I'm just going to be doing like a vlog today or for the next couple days or next couple months, I don't know, because it's cold out now, and I mean, we're going to have a lot of projects coming up, but for the meantime, for content filler, I'm just going to be like vlogging, you could say, so you guys can come along for like my daily life, whatever I'm doing that day. You guys can join in, whether you like it or not. I'm going to be posting content. So this is the truck. Obviously I got the radio out of it too because it did not have a working radio. This was working when I first bought it, but it just kind of stopped working. So I'm just going to get one of those I think they're $22 at Walmart for the dual, it's like Bluetooth USB capable head unit radio, and they're $22 at Walmart. So I'm going to buy one of those and then like a wiring harness and a dash kit. So I'll probably have like $50 into putting a new radio into this thing, but at least I'll have some tunes for when I'm snow plowing, because we want to have this truck out for this winter for ice racing, because last year I had a real tough time trying to find somebody to help me and trying to find somebody to make us a drag strip out here on the local lake. There is a guy, or there's a couple dudes that up in Merrill, Wisconsin. They do events every year where they have like drag racing every weekend on the lake, and I want to do something like that closer to town too, so I might try to advertise a little bit and try to get some events rolling in on the lake so we can ice race, because obviously I have a couple sets of studded tires, and yeah, so also might take the snowmobile out today just to kind of see how this thing runs, because I got this I got this snowmobile not too long ago, and it has just been sitting. I haven't actually tested it out, so I might take it just down the ditch up on the country roads here and just see how that is. The four-wheeler runs really good, obviously, and I still have to get a rear end for the Mustang. It's only been a day or two, but I'm just going to be going with another stock axle just to replace it for now, and then over the winter I'm actually going to be building a whole nother housing of rear end and getting it built up. So, but for the time being, for the winter, I'm just going to run the stock stuff. It works just fine. I'm not really concerned about breaking it, especially on the lake and stuff. There's not really going to be any wheel hop issues there. So I also picked up this frickin' EG. You guys probably can't even tell it's an EG right now because it's covered in snow. It's almost camouflage because the car is white and there's snow on it. But I did just pick this thing up 2 days ago. I got this car for $300. It's an automatic D15, but this thing rips. Like it's super healthy. Let's cold start this thing. Oh my, look at that thing just fire right up to life. Sorry, I was jamming. Okay, so I bought this car for $300. It's got a little gas leak coming from the tank, I think, or the drain plug on the tank, so I might have to look into that. And the muffler is cut off, and it has an exhaust leak by the cat somewhere too. But other than that, I mean, it runs solid. It's a super solid car. So I think I picked this thing up for like 300 bucks. I'm gonna try to flip it and make some money. And yeah, I'm gonna try to buy and sell some stuff over the winter, because obviously when it's frickin' weather like this, performance-oriented work is not available as often. I have been still doing customer cars and stuff, and I have a couple more lined up, but I don't want to rely on the customer stuff to hold up the shop payment and everything like that for the winter, because like I said, the winter is totally different business-wise than in the summer. In the summer, you can get work pretty easily. In the winter, it's a little bit tougher. That's why another reason I got the snowplow and stuff is just like trying to find other ways to bring money in and, you know, keep income flowing in. And thanks for all the orders on the website, guys. I do have a bunch of flex style injectors in stock right now. If you guys want to pick up a set of those, feel free. And I do have a couple sets of normal style injectors in stock as well, so anybody that's doing a build over this winter, feel free to pick up a set of injectors from HunterTuned. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me or message me on Facebook, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can on that stuff. The only thing too with this Honda is the fucking seat is like kicked over, like it's busted, the seat's broken. So like this is as high up as the backrest goes. Like normally they're supposed to sit like this. This one's janky. So, oh come on wipers, you can lift the snow. Come on. You can see them struggling right now to push the snow. The snow's too heavy. Can't see shit. Well, first time plowing with this thing worked out pretty good. The only thing I do notice is like on this dirt surface where it's like really kind of gravelly and the ground is kind of soft, the plow likes to dig into the dirt. So I'm used to plowing, or when I did snow plow for a job, all the stuff that I was snow plowing was all concrete, you know, ground. I wasn't ever plowing like on a dirt surface like this, so a little bit tricky. Can't really run the plow down as low, but nonetheless, plow's working good. I bought this truck for 750 bucks, which is pretty cheap, and I got a working plow truck out of the deal, so that's pretty cool. This is laziness at its finest right here, boys. I don't want to get out and, you know, wipe the fucking snow off my car, so here I am, just back and forth with the windshield wipers. Alright, well, that's not working very well. Looks like we'll just drive blind. See, what? Okay, so this is my dilemma right now. If I drive with this window down and my head out the window, as soon as the wipers actually push the snow, I'm going to get a face full of snow. So, I don't know how I'm going to go about this. Damn. Alright, well, I know it's a straight shot and there's nothing in front of me. And we're not on the road yet, so we'll just try to hit some bumps and I'll drive out the right window. Oh wow, what a stubborn pile of snow. Holy fucking cannoli. Alright, fine. You wind. Stupid snow. There we go. Just bombing through all this fucking slush. Alrighty guys, so I just got done doing some running around in the little Civic here. I had to go get the propane tank for our shop filled. They came here and they filled it up. It's like a big giant propane tank pretty much. I think it's like, I forget how many gallon tank it is. It's pretty big. I think they put like 250 gallons in it or something like that. And thank God it's only $1 a gallon or $1.10 a gallon. So it, you know, it was like $300 to get this big ass tank filled up. So this is the tank I'm talking about. We were running off this thing at the shop. This is like a 100-pound tank, which I don't know how many gallons fit in there, like 40 maybe. So we're running on this for a long time, but this actually recently just ran out, and I figure why not just fill the big one. Hopefully it'll last us a while for heating in the shop. I'm not exactly sure how long this is gonna last, but there is a gauge on it, and whenever it runs low I just gotta call them up and they come here and fill it. So I think it was like 200 and I want to say it was close to $300 just for the propane alone, and then they charge you a leak test, or like some leak test. So if the tank was ever ran empty, which that one, when I first got this shop, the previous guys that were in this shop ran that tank bone dry. So with that being dry like that, they have to perform a leak test for safety. So that's an additional like $60 or something. So anyways, don't have to pay that stupid leak test thing again, and we got the heater filled, and hopefully it lasts for at least a month or two. I'm hoping 2 months we can get out of it, and then that won't be so bad for heating. But yeah, I would like to keep the shop around 40 or 50 degrees at all times, and then when we're here bump it up to 60. That's kind of what I plan on doing. When it's 50 or 60 in here, it's really not so bad, but if it's 40, it's a little chilly. Like right now it's 42 in here. Outside's like 30. So anyways, I was working on the truck some more, and I went to Walmart and got a radio for it as well. So I got this just like a dual, you know, the $22 one I was telling you guys about. So I got that guy installed into the truck, and that is all good to go. The radio works. So we got that guy installed. Cheap little $20 radio so we can have some tunes. There's no service in the shop, but there's one station. Oh yeah, let her bark. Okay, so we got that done, and then a couple other things I'm still working on with this truck is it has a weird transmission issue. This is the new transmission I bought off Craigslist. It's not a new one, it was used out of a full-size truck, but it's still a 700 R4, so we just took the T-case from this truck, bolted it onto that transmission, and had to swap the tail housing because this tail housing was different. So I took the tail housing off the old tranny, the transfer case from the truck, bolted it in, and this transmission has it's called a TV cable, throttle valve cable, which is how it controls when the truck shifts. And the TV cable, when it's hooked up, it's really tight, and I can't even get past like quarter throttle with the truck because the TV cable like binds. Something's wrong with the TV cable for sure. So when it was hooked up, the truck wouldn't shift until like 4,000 RPM, which is pretty high. Normally they should shift around 2 to 2,500 if you're just cruising, like light throttle. But like I said, when it's hooked up, it shifts really high, and I can't get more than quarter throttle out of the pedal because the TV cable binds up, and it's not actually able to, you know, let me put the thing to the wood. So just for an experiment, I'm not running it like this forever obviously, but just for an experiment, I wanted to just remove the TV cable completely and the truck can go wide open now. It's got way more power, but now it shifts a little early all the time, and it doesn't downshift when I punch it. So it's stuck in whatever gear when it upshifts. That TV cable is kind of like a kick down cable as well. So when you mash the gas down, it downshifts, and then you can continue to go through the gears. But the TV cable is tight, so I unhooked it, and now it shifts really low. But another issue with this transmission is at higher speed, like 60, 65 miles an hour, when you're on the gas, you're just cruising, you can kind of feel something in the transmission, like binding almost. And then you lift off the gas going like 65, 70 miles an hour. You lift off the gas, and it sounds like a motor that's about to explode. And then it just goes like, I'll just do a sound comparison for you guys. It just goes like, and it just like locks up. You know what I mean? Like the wheels don't lock up and nothing actually happens, but it's a really weird sound. I almost wish I could film it for you guys, but it's like it winds up and then it just like spits something out or locks up or freeze up. I don't know. Like it's binding and then it frees back up. So I think something internally in the transmission is going bad, but I don't really care because it goes forward and backward. It goes 55 down a back road with no issues, but as soon as you go above 55 miles an hour and once you get into overdrive, that's when I think it has the issue. So I don't know. Like I said, cruises down back roads just fine. I've put like 100 miles on it and it still is good, but just a cause for concern maybe. But I don't know how long I'm going to keep the truck. I don't know what I'm really going to do with it. I got it for a pretty good deal, and I got a different transmission put in it for 150 bucks, and we got the plow working. So I think that's where I'm going to keep it for now. I just feel like I've been tinkering with this truck for like a week now, nonstop, just like doing little things to it. And I don't know why I'm so like inclined to work on this thing or fix it. I just kind of like it. I don't know. But there is still some things that I need to do on it. Not really. I want to put a light bar on it and stuff so it's easier to see when I'm plowing. But yeah. I also went up to the machine shop and dropped the crankshaft off for the purple car. I'm hoping that'll be done today or tomorrow. But yeah, machine shop guy is, he takes his time on some stuff. So definitely going to have to be waiting on the crankshaft to get back for the purple car. And then we're going to mob the streets in the purple car because the track is closed. So we're just going to run that thing on the street a bunch over the winter, I'm thinking. We might ice race it, but I really want to get the CRV rolling. So I'm going to run home and grab my CRV and then come back out here. And I'm going to take apart the differential in the CRV and see if I can pin the back diff because it's squealy, pretty squealy. All right, guys, I actually just went back to my house and I grabbed my CRV, and we're just out here in Mexico, and I wanted to show you guys what the rear differential sounds like whenever it kicks in. So if the road is snowy outside, or I just try to launch the car hard and it spins the tires, the rear differential squeals really bad because it's a clutch type system. And well, the noise is kind of bothersome, and it just doesn't, it like slips into engagement. So instead of just grabbing how it should, it has that clutch system and it doesn't grab as hard, and it makes this noise. It almost sounds like the tires are squealing, but it's like nails on a chalkboard inside the car. It's pretty bad. So, yeah, I've only done that a few times because, I just wanted to show you guys what it sounded like. And, yeah, I got to do this on my CRV and my dad's CRV. So, figure I'm going to learn on this one first and then do my dad's after. Alrighty, guys, so I'm in the shop now with the CRV. And we are going to be pinning the diff. Well, not pinning the diff. We're going to be welding the clutch packs so there is no more squealing like that. And the rear end will get constant power whenever I tell it to. And it's just going to go to the rear end with no slippage. So CRV is up on the lift. The differential is all tore apart. And you guys will have to wait till the next video to check out what I'm doing with all this clutch pack nonsense. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night and a better tomorrow. We will see you later.